Hello. How are you? Welcome to another Monday evening stream. And I think we'll start off by putting on the Surprise Me station. Have you told all the 24/7 animal streams to get out of science and tech? No! Maybe we should start by doing that. How about that, chat? But first we're going to say hello to everyone. No, that's what we're doing together as a team. We're doing it now. Oh, really? You're already going in? Oh, I was going to do this on stream. I'd already started. Big shout out to my girl, sorry, woman, White Panther. I am rocking her merch. Build stuff, learn things, love what you do. No, as in now, here, right now, as a team. All right. We can, of course, we can do that. Merch indeed. No merch commands. No merch commands. But if you want to win something, you can definitely try White Panther's channel on a Friday. There's a good chance you'll be able to find something. So, Sociable Steve, look, I'm not opposed to animal streams. I love animals. You know, my parents have a dog. Friends have dogs, we have Bunny. I don't have a problem with animals. I have a problem with animals being in science and tech because it's not science and it's not technology when you have a webcam of a farm. That's it. Exactly, Steve. If they're in science and tech, I demand that they're at least cyborg animals with lasers, like sharks with frickin' laser beams. That would be science and tech appropriate. So what we're going to do is we're going to spend the first few minutes of our stream. We are going to not recognize Steffi's throw paper because in order to throw a paper ball in this stream, you need to do it properly. And Imola, please stop passing reams of paper to Steffi. But everyone should go check out Lola's channel. If you do not already know, Lola and I are going to have a second co-stream. Yes, a second one, where we do yet again more SQL, because you can never have enough SQL, right? And we are going to do it with actual pair programming. Don't tell me how I should throw my paper, Steffi. You'd love this tidbit, Steffi. In Austria over the weekend, we found a new flavor of Almdudler, which is raspberry, and it's so good. Oh yes, Lola, that is the title. A sequel to sequel. Ah, that's a beautiful title. That's really nice. That's really good. So let's go and check out Science and Tech. A sequel to sequel. Browse. Science and Technology. Did Panther just clip something? I'm slightly concerned. This clip is no longer available. What happened there? Interesting. What did you do, Panther? Yeah, apparently I can't. There's something wrong with that URL at the end. There's 2 dashes or something. Have you tried the Almdudler gummy bears? Ooh, what? No, we tried the raspberry one today and it's really good. We only bought 1 bottle and I regret that so much. I really regret this. Works in a browser. Okay, I'm just gonna try and copy that. Oh yeah, you're right. No. Clip missing. Look at this. Let's go to our This is what I'm seeing. Does not work for me, confirmed. So it's official, Panther has no idea how to make clips. That explains tons of things. Yeah, can you paste the URL again? That's a bit strange. Remind me later to send you a link to the online store so you can order them. Ooh. And play it, and I'm not even logged in on that browser. I feel like there's something missing here. White Panther is the clippy, not the clipper. But you see, Fitch isn't Twitch. Fitch. Twitch's alternative name was Fitch. See, it can't find the clip in chat. I'm seeing something went wrong. We couldn't find that clip. Interesting. You might have exited the tab too early. That happened to me once. So let's just check that this is muted, okay? Because I don't want everyone to hear everything twice. So, first one. I think I did this one already. I'm on the app. It works for me. That's not good enough. Followers only chat. Probably because they know about this. Hey! How did you find that, Steve? Did you go to my channel? That's cool. I don't have a problem with animals. I have a problem with animals being in science and tech because it's not science and it's not technology when you have a webcam of a farm. Oh yeah, okay, you found it in my videos. Interesting. Yeah, so it was missing that hash at the end. Hornet perma smug dash dash, and then the key was missing. That's interesting. All right. So what do we want to do? We want to paste a message that I've already prepared. Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, exactly. Followers only chat. Let's follow. Hopefully we can chat right away. And unfollow. This is our whole job today. Goodbye. I'm doing you a service. Next one. They have followers chat only. I can't report. No, I can't report. That's too savage. There wasn't a report option. All right, so let's follow. Let's go. Oh, we need to be a follow for 10 minutes. We're not doing that. So if I were to report, let's check. Report our chicken life. I don't know. On Twitch? You're going to appear like those want to be famous bot. There is an option to report stream for using the wrong category. Really? Okay, hold on. Live stream? Their content is misclassified. Nice. All right. Webcams of animals are not science nor technology. Dot. I don't need to block them. I'm just reporting them. So this is our life now. This is our life now. We didn't do the first one. We have to report the first one. So listen, chat, we're actually going to do something today, okay? I promise. We are actually going to do something pretty cool today. Oh, yeah, this ad. So does anyone else get this specific ad? Because I get this ad all the time. I literally only get this ad since 3 days. I haven't seen a single other ad on Twitch. I've only seen this Apple ad. Only that one. Report dash ducks in a live stream. Their content is misclassified. Submit. If I do this 10 times, am I gonna get banned? Maddie reports hoots. Lola, that's a good one. You say our life as in we just can't get away from it? Well, if you're here with me, Steve, then you are sharing in the experience. Maddie poultry poos. I'm afraid to get banned. I'm gonna do 3 and then we're gonna go to the real stuff. The top offenders. Oh yeah. Okay. We are all complicit. Maddie hates ducks. That's not true, Steve. Fake news. I love ducks. Does this classify as science and tech? Because they're using some kind of crazy technology to display the globe. I'm a bit torn on this one. Somehow this is science and tech. There should be a browser plugin to help with reporting, and we should compete for most reports. That looks like tremor locations. It is, yeah, it's an earthquake stream. They're shaking things up in science and tech, as they say. Too funny. I think we'll leave this one. Okay, Vape Juice Jordan. Endangered wolves. This is definitely not. No. No. I mean, how? How is this science or tech? I'm sorry, it's just not. Maddie bans hens. Maddie hates endangered wolves? No, Steve, that's not true. I just don't think that these streams should be cluttering science and tech. When there's people here who are doing open SSL 3.0.0 beta or testing DIY memory shielding on the Strix B550XE. It's just, this is science and technology. At the earthquakes one, we could let it slide. Maddie cracks quacks. Lola, I hope you're submitting all of these to TD's lovely mattywho project, because our comrade TD is creating a website. I had a little peek at it earlier today. It's not up yet or anything. It's just I wanted to see how far he was. See, because someone like Chris gets pushed all the way down here on line 1, 2, 3, 4, and if this stream, which one? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the bunny one. If those 5 were missing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Chris would be like here in the 3rd row, which in my browser means that we see Chris's stream here without scrolling, right? Who's on the domain selling stall tonight? So me doing makeup while watching JavaScript tutorials shouldn't be allowed? So I saw that earlier today. I was also thinking, is this more in just chatting because you're watching a video? But JavaScript is technology, as Steve says, despite what Python people tell us. Yeah. Also, this, we gotta change. Sorry, the surprise station. The surprise station is too surprising. I can't deal with that level of surprise. So, we're gonna do some EDM stuff. Look, chat. I've prepared something. Actually, I didn't prepare anything yet. Maddie Two Shoes. Hello, TD. How are you? I should pay attention to your streams. That's pretty savage, Steve. I just plugged your project, TD. So to multi-categorize, I think you just put different tags on your stream. That's, I think, the easiest way to do it. So, is there code in the tutorial video? Then it's science and tech. Otherwise, switch to just chatting because there's no code here. All right, so what do we want to do today, chat? I downloaded some stuff. I downloaded Spotify music data. I'm not a Spotify user. I have an account, but just so I can listen to playlists that people send me occasionally. I use SoundCloud. SoundCloud's API, I don't want to say it's bad. I think it's more, what's the correct term?
Garbage.
Their API is garbage. Let's be honest. You cannot get your likes properly. You cannot get like the history of your activities. It's just awful. Oh my gosh, Panther, did you actually just do another clip that's broken? Too surprising. I'm actually curious what this looks like. Also, this we gotta change. Sorry, the surprise station. The surprise station is too surprising. Funny clips, chat. So yeah, I don't like the SoundCloud API because I can't really get any interesting data from it. I looked on Kaggle for some good SoundCloud datasets, and there isn't really anything good. Spotify is just much bigger. I feel like there's 2 songs playing. Is this actually just one song? I guess so. It gives me bum links. Don't add me. That's a great way of saying the links are broken. So I went and looked on Kaggle, and I found a really nice Spotify dataset. So it's courtesy of this user, Yemarine. On their profile, you can find all the datasets they've submitted, because I pulled from 2 different ones that they've submitted. Basically, all the tracks and all the artists. And now what we're going to do together is we're going to import. We're going to create a new table and import all the tracks first. Refer to my previous comments. She's the clippy, not the clipper. We're up to 55. Ooh, that is a lot. That is a lot of nicknames. All right, so this is what the tracks data looks like. It's actually pretty cool. So there's ID, name, popularity, duration in milliseconds, whether it's explicit or not, the artists, and then the ID of the artists. The release date, there's different there's different fields like danceability and energy, which apparently Spotify uses to create playlists. Like if you say I want a party, then they'll probably take all the tracks that are like danceability above 90 or something. I don't know. It's kind of funny. Loudness, speechiness, acousticness, instrumentalness, liveness, and something called valence, which I'm not familiar with. Panther, you might be familiar with that term. I don't actually know what that means. Tempo, which is, I assume, in BPM, and time signature. And this is, I don't know how many tracks there are in here. I think it's 600,000, I think. And the nice thing is that we have this ID of the artists, and sometimes there are more than one artist. So we'll have to create a little mapping table so that we can join them together. Yeah, wow. So let's import. Hey, thanks for the follow, Cenobite Offsec. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Or maybe you came in from one of the one of the 24/7 animal streams where we've been spamming reports. I'm not sure. Feel free to say hi in chat. Be nice to get to know you. Valence is something to do with chemical bonding. Well, let's start the import, because this will take a sec. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Just checking the CPU usage here. Oh, I think it's more than 600,000. I think this is a big data set, people. Although it jumped, so that's okay. Yes, continue throwing paper balls at my face, Panther. And then ask chat again why you have no channel points. And then the answer will be, because you keep throwing paper balls at Maddie. That's just the reality. So we're at 220,000 rows. Let's check what valence means. I'm actually kind of curious. Did I close that? Oh no. That's balls. You have no idea what that did. What you did, Steve, is you booped me on the nose. Just like a bunny does. Interesting. So we can actually read on the Spotify community site what valence means. Oh, thank you, Jay Walter, for contributing yet more points to the bunny cam reward. Where are we now with that? We should be like close to 80% or something. 82%. Very good. Very good. Cool, gang. All right, Steve. Be cool. I'll be cool. No problem. Is this cool enough for you? Wearing sunglasses inside and at night is very cool. I wear my sunglasses at night. So in Spotify's API is something called valence that describes the musical positiveness conveyed by a track. Interesting. So we should try and get all the tracks that are only low valence. This is great. Agreed upon ideas. Holy moly. They actually talk about how they developed this feature. How to make yourself sad. Yes. Select star from tracks where valence is 0. Basically. Okay, this is gonna take a lot longer than I thought it would. So, okay, that's I didn't think it would take this long to import. Does chat want to wait with me while we wait for it to import? That's a bit savage. I don't think we should do that. Maybe we could just do one country or something. How many tracks are you importing? That's a lot of tracks. Have you got enough disk space? Yeah, I have enough disk space because the file is only 3 gigs. And my Docker image can take up to like 16, so it's just importing very slowly. So these are all the tracks from all the countries. That's the problem. So this is going to take far, far, far too long. So this was 700,000. If we take a look at what it looks like, I actually think there are duplicates. And the reason I think they're like all the music in Spotify, yeah, something like that. I actually think there are duplicates. The reason being that, yeah, this is the problem. So the tracks from each store, so Spotify has like stores, they're not deduplicated. So I would actually need to create a distinct table from that. That's unfortunate. That's not how we should do it. That doesn't sound like a good version. Let's drop the table. Remember, Lola, what we do when we drop? Womp womp. I'm kidding. We just dropped the table. So I'll show you the data actually looks like this. Drop it like it's hot is the alternative, Steve. Exactly. So we actually have just the one from Switzerland. So we could just do the Swiss one, which is probably not that big, to be honest. Oh, sorry. That was you. Wait, no, you both wrote that. Oh, sorry, Jay Walter. So this was strange. You both have the same color in chat for me. Because I'm wearing the sunglasses, I actually thought you were... Okay, never mind. Or maybe we should do... Maybe we should do the UK. What would UK be classified as? Good thing I have a little countries JSON thing. Did you confuse me and Jay Walter? Maybe. It's probably GB, right? GB... No. Where is it? Yep, it's GB. Good call. No, it's ass. Ass.com specifically. The island is ass. It's either the UK, and if it's not, it's GB. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna import instead, import data from file. We're just gonna do the UK because I don't want to try. I'll try and I'll import the whole thing and deduplicate it on my off time, but not on stream. That's always going to take way too long. Come on, where are you? Don't be political in here. We know it's ass. The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Shut up. Okay. So, wait, which one's this? Funny that Ennio Morricone comes up first. Popularity 70. Oh. Oh, these are artists. So we'll do artists GB. Boop. Well, that's a lot faster, isn't it? 85,000 artists in England. England. Wow. Ennio Morricone has the top followers? No. No way. Yeah, there we go. Ed Sheeran appears like 7 times. We're gonna have to do some deduplication here. This seems really dirty, this data. Is your album in there? I don't know. Is it classified as Canadian pop? Artist GB. I think it's only the top music, Salma, so maybe not. That was a bit of a roast. Let's try the tracks. Is your name Justin Bieber? How dare you? Tracks. GB. Okay. Tracks. GB. Justice Bieber. Justice for Bieber, right? That was the hashtag? there's quite a few tracks here though. 400,000. No, sorry, that's 70,000. It's not that many tracks. It's probably duplicates too though. Justice Beaver. Is this whole chat just gonna be nicknames for... Ooh, there were 86 errors too. What were the errors? Show me. Oh, bad separators. We'll just ignore those. I can't be bothered to fix them. So that's the artist table. Let's check out the tracks table. Cool. I'll have you know my album has 9 monthly listeners. 9? Is that including your parents, though? Where's your gold record? Where? I know how to find Salma's track. Where popularity equals 0. Nope, too many results. Apparently they're all 0. My parents can't use Spotify because they don't have internet? If they can say, hey Alexa, play Salma's song, then they can. Okay. Well, I have to get rid of the duplicate tracks. Apparently, there are duplicate artists, but are there duplicate tracks? Let's find out. Lola will know a little bit about this exercise. Won't you, Lola? Won't you, Lola? Won't you? Won't you? You still here, Lola? Or did you fall asleep? Although it's middle of the afternoon for you. Select. Spotify. What's save point? Come on, tab 9. When would I ever write save point in SQL? What is wrong with you? Okay. So count star gives us all of them. And then count distinct ID will give us the distinct ones. Hey! They're equal. That's cool. I'm sure it's not the same for artists. Tab 9 is doing weird stuff. Hey Siri, play Salma's song. Sorry, Salma's mother. I can't Salma's song. This is what I found on the internet. So there's actually only 20,000 artists in this database, not 84,000. Why? I don't understand. Why would they all be in the export? This makes no sense. Is there anything different? Is there something I'm missing? So this one is like duplicated like 8 times. Oh wait, what are the years? The years are all the years they had releases or what? Ugh, that's just... I see, so they might have had different popularity per year or something. Well, there's an easy way to do this, and it's called insert into. So you just do select distinct, and then you go ID, and it will populate all of these. Thank you, Ian. Welcome to the stream. Hope your tooting is going well. And what we do is we just truncate popularity in year. So we just do... Look at this beautiful SQL code. This is ugly, but we're gonna do it on purpose. And then insert into artists new. Oh, we should specify Spotify dot. So what this does, you should move those notifications. You just farted on your face. It's your theme tune. I should move the notifications. Okay, I can do that. Base. Base. Where are they? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Should probably put it in the middle or something. I hear a fart. Ian Alex must be nearby. Yes. He has a reputation to uphold, right? I mean, it's one of those things, you know, Ian comes in and it's just the expectation is there that it's gonna happen. You know? So I think that's probably better now. We'll find out next time there's an alert. Did you just recapitalize Ian's name so that it reads something else, Steve? That is... Wow, that is really... That's impressive. Okay, so when I execute this, it's going to put it into a new database. Why? Why didn't that work? Syntax error. Select distinct ID, insert into. I always forget the syntax for this. Hold on. Where's my browser? There it is. Postgres insert into. It was originally all lowercase, and Sketch called him to called him at the start. That's why Stream Elements refuses to show Ian's name anywhere. Oh, that's funny. Very funny. Ian Alex fart. Should just rename. It's funny because with that kind of rename, everyone will know who it was originally. Like some people rename their Twitch usernames and then they have to say who they were before. Not in your case. Just show me the insert into. Oh. Because we don't have a table? It will create a table for me. I've done this before. Insert into. Fine, you know what? You want to do it that way? Because it doesn't exist yet? But it was creating a new table for me last time. Okay, fine. New table. Maddie hates ducks, and Ian Alex fart. Tonight's rebrands are decided. I think I'll stick with my username now. For now. Who knows? Maybe I'll finally get the one without the underscore. I don't think it's likely, but yeah. Relation Spotify dot. Is it having problem with underscores or something? Insert has more expression than target columns. I never ran into this issue before. I don't understand why this doesn't work. This is fascinating. Create table, Spotify artist, new GB, like Spotify artist GB. Yeah, I mean, I could just clone it, but I'm dropping 2 columns, so I don't want to clone it. And I've done this before. Syntax error. I know that you can nest it in the select. Create table as. Yeah, I could do it that way. But the insert is... Ah! Insert... We could do it that way. I think because the table doesn't exist yet. But it's empty. Where did it put it? Lovely, it put it into public because I didn't specify a schema. Schema. That's the reason. Alright. Oh, it already exists, of course. Let's drop it. Drop it, drop it, drop. Speaking of which, we do have drop game. It's not even laggy. Look at that. Drop into squishy. Okay, is this right now? Hey, there we go. So there should be no duplicates now. How many are in here? There should be like 20, yeah, 20,074. That's the right number. 20,064. Interesting. So there are different permutations of the name or genres. Okay. Hey Joel, welcome in. Wow, Steffi. Good landing. Definitely stuck the landing on that one. Okay, so we're gonna drop the artist table and then I'm just gonna rename this one to artist GB. So obviously there's a lot of data cleaning work to do with this one, but that's okay. That's a good landing, Steffi. I'm proud of you. Alright, so we're gonna rename artist GB. Refactor. I was happy with 73, then Steffi just goes to 9691. Yeah. Alright, so what do we have now? What we can do is create an intermediate table. Did I do useful SQL? What happened? Yes, Steve, your suggestion was very good actually. Was just to use create table as with the select. It's a very good selection, very good suggestion. So what I would like to do is take these two tables, artist.gb and tracks.gb, and see the tracks has an ID, and it also has an ID artists. But ID artists is an array of multiple artist IDs. I would like to split those out, and then I would like to have the artists with the ID.
Nice.
Thank you very much for the flying potatoes. Are those actually potatoes? I think they're Easter eggs, actually. Try and drop with potatoes all over the place. I'm probably going to get hit by one of them. Did none of them hit you, Ian? That's pretty astounding. And thank you for the bits, by the way. I appreciate it. Hey, I landed. Look at that. 7083. Those are 100% real potatoes. 100% real fake potatoes. Steffi going in for another landing again. So we have, yeah, I'd like to make like a intermediary table, basically artists to tracks, because then I don't need to keep trying to join them properly. I can split them out, that I know which artist did which track quite easily. And then I can retrieve the artists via the ID, and I can retrieve the tracks via the ID. So the way to do this would be, let's start from artists. Oh, Jay Walter, good landing. Spotify dot, no, let's start with the artists. Artist.gb as art. So if we just do ID, then we get all the artist IDs. Maybe we need a name, that would be helpful, although it's not so important right now. Let's do limit, or let's do a where, so we can test. Let's find an artist that has multiple tracks. That should be easy. Let's just pick one of the big artists. I don't know, who should we pick? Teamwork. Who should we pick? Let's pick the Beatles. I'm not picking Justice Bieber. And I can't pick Salma because she's probably not in this data set. We'll pick the Beatles. It seems fairly innocent. All right, where art.id. Okay, so now we have just the Beatles. Now what we do is we do a full join, or we do a left join because we know that they should be in there. We should do a left join where we've got, we don't need that anymore. We've got Spotify.tracks.gb as trk. TRK sounds cooler. On, and here's where it gets complicated. Maybe we need to do it the other way around, because we need to unnest the IDs from the tracks. Should I move my camera? I feel like maybe I should move it. Might make sense. But if I blur my screen, I'm gonna be up there again. So I better move that down too. See if it's the same location. Almost. It's close. It's close. Now you may block the drop game. I don't know, let's find out. Too low. Okay, so here then. Something like that. like in the middle of the console. That seems like an okay spot. Yeah, it's good enough. Yeah, it's okay. It's not so bad. Might? You may block the drop game? Like, I'm allowed to. Wow, Joel and Ian, you just sort of stuck together there. Like glue. So I think actually we need to do this the other way around. We need to actually go from the tracks to the artists. Because we have to unnest them first. So trk.id as track ID. Steffi coming in hot. Ooh, just missed. Jay Walter, solid landing though. Good landing. So we've got track ID as TRK. Let's see if we can find the Beatles in there. Where ID artists? Like. We're just gonna do a like search, which is like almost like a regex. I think someone mentioned regex before. White Panther did useful regex the other day. Sociable Steve does useful SQL. Yeah. Okay, so these are tracks from the Beatles. So let's take one track. Or not. I don't know. Wait a second. So if that's the ID of the track, we'd have to... no, we should pick one that has multiples in it. Comma. Yeah. Track ID and then ID artists as... No, we don't need an alias. Okay. So you see here, we have multiple ones. I have never landed using a Panther on the drop game. Definitely rigged. So stop using Panthers to dive into bushes. Y'all are funny. How did everyone's week start so far? I spent the weekend in Austria at a spa, so I feel very relaxed. I had a good time. The weather was surprisingly nice on Saturday. Here it was raining, pouring, storming, and we had beautiful sunny weather well into the afternoon actually. Where it then started raining, we didn't care because we were already in the spa by that time. So that was lovely. It's the first time we'd been away for like a year. So we really needed that. Okay, so when we have multiple of these IDs, we have to split these. And the function I like most for that is regex split to table. Steve says, the week started with meetings overrunning and engineers over engineering, but I've got 2 days off to recover from a tooth extraction in the morning. So that's positive. I'm glad you see it that way. Tooth extraction sounds quite painful. If I'm being honest, that's not something I'd like to do. You know what is something I'd like to do? I've been wanting to try this for ages.
My name is Karen.
Oh, that's fun. So for 1,000 channel points, we now have text-to-speech, which I'm very, very afraid of. The week started by meetings being moved to next Monday, so that's good. That's next week Steffi's problem. So if I do, let's take one track. Where track ID equals what track ID? trk.id. It doesn't know track ID yet. So we have multiple artists. If we do regexp split to table, what we can do is specify a column and a separator, which is going to be comma, and it will actually split the values to a table for us. The problem we have is these square brackets. Yeah, I've just surprised everyone by doing regex. Surprise. Also, like, regex is just magic. How it works, incredible. So what we should do is btrim. We should btrim those, I think. Yeah. And I want to get rid of white space. Can I do all three? There we go. So btrim is really nice because you can do left trim, right trim, or btrim, which trims from both left and right. And if you see here in the results, now there's just a single quote. And if I put single quotes in here as well, I actually don't know, I have to maybe escape them or something. How do I escape a single quote in there? Maybe I need to use... Might need to look this one up. I've never done escaping a single quote. Postgres btrim single quote. Future me is screwed and present and past me don't care. Exactly. Replacing a double quote. $? Wait, what? What is this? Try double single quotes. Oh, you can just use regex replace. Try double single quote. I don't think that works. Oh, wow. So, Steve, that's 2 for 2 now. Very impressive. So you see, now we have a nice clean ID. And we're going to call this artist ID. And what we have now is a table where the track ID is repeated, but the artist ID is unique per track. And so what we do now, there's a reason I'm the boss. I have all this useless information in my head. This is not useless though. This is very useful. So if we do this with all the tracks, we will get J. Walter's ping pong paddle. That's really cool. Whose emote is that? What emote is that, J. Walter? Oh, that's an actual emote. Oh. I just hit 99.48. If that's a rigged, I've never seen No. Like, I've never dropped that high in my life. I like the way you just dropped straight down into the middle. No! Not rigged. No. No. No, no, no. Not rigged. It's not rigged. Did I just screenshot it? Yes, I did. I will say this. If someone hits 100, I will do something very special for them if they hit 100. Joel looking good. Definitely rigged. Why would I screenshot it if it was rigged? Explain that. Can't explain it, can you? If you're gonna rig the game, at least make an effort to hide it. Yeah, so definitely not rigged. Now I have my track IDs and my artist IDs split out. And I can actually create a table from this already. I don't even need to join it with the artists. Unless I wanted the names in there, which I don't really. Laser guided fall. The tracks. Wow. Yeah, that looks a little bit suspicious, doesn't it? I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little bit suspicious. You know, we think you rigged it, so you screenshotted it to make us think you didn't. No, it's just not rigged. It's very simple. So we're gonna do a create table as, and we're gonna call it Spotify tracks artists GB. Will this work? It's clipped. Proof is recorded. Chat, you can believe what you like. Let's leave it. Let's leave it at that. Otherwise, I'll just start banning everyone. Then you can't say anything anymore. Look, I'll drop purposely bad. Okay? So you can see that I can't rig the system. Watch. This drop is going to be the worst. Okay? Look. It's going to land like here in the corner. Just awful. Terrible. See? Boom. Look, down here. Right? Total miss. If it's bad, then it's so rigged. So we have this tracks artist table now, which means that if we want to select stuff, it's really helpful. Let's save this as create mapping table. So I don't need to do this again, because we'll probably be doing this again. I'm gonna do badly to show I didn't rig it. I think you're just coming up with anything now to say that it's rigged. How about that? I do feel like you're just saying anything to say that it's rigged. No? I really think so. I think you're just saying pretty much anything to say that it's rigged. Or not rigged. If it's bad, then it's rigged. If it's good, then it's rigged. I mean, listen to yourself, chat. I'm gonna miss now to show you it's not predetermined. I'm gonna stop digging. How about that? So if I do select star from... No one's here for SQL. They're here for accusing me of rigging the drop game. From Spotify.tracksArtistsGB. Okay? As map. So this is our mapping table. And now what I can do it means my predictions are very good, Steve. You wanted it to go well, it went well. You wanted it to go badly, it went badly. That means I'm 100% on predictions. So we do from Spotify.tracksGB. as track as trk. And then we're going to do inner join just to make sure everything is there. Inner join as map on map dot track id equals trk dot id. That's the track ID. It means you rigged the game. No. No. Okay. We have to end this query because it thinks we want to do something. Why is it unable to resolve table? Does it not know what table that is? Interesting. Don't hate the player, hate the people who rig it. Sure. Inner join Spotify dot artists gb as art on art dot id. I think it's artist, yeah, id equals map dot artist id. Okay, so now what we have is a full mapped data frame, right? So you have a track, and then you can see here the artist thing, ID of artists, release date, blah, blah, danceability, blah, 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 all this stuff. And then you also have this mapping table in between, which we can take out afterwards. But you can see here, we now know it's by Francis Marty. See? So we know it worked. So this is pretty cool. Now we have a full data set, and because we have a full data set, we can actually paste this into one table. So we can do, again, our create table as, create table, let's call it Spotify full GB. Now, what do we need in here? We don't need everything. So we want trk.star. We want art.star. But there was something in the artists in the track that we didn't need. So we don't need artists. Okay, what do we need? We need the track ID. That's very important. But we can get that from the mapping table. So let's do like, hold on a second. Art. No. Hold on. So the mapping table first, we're going to have the map.trackID. Then we're going to have the track name, the track popularity, trk dot, and maybe we can just do like this one. So this auto breaks out all of the fields. And then when you do option L, that's the wrong one. What just happened? Oh my god. Shortcut conflict. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, we'll just do reformat code. Like that. But why are you making SQL queries? There are already so many SQL queries out there. That sounds familiar, doesn't it, Panther? It does sound a bit familiar. Track name. Get rid of this. So, time signature. All right, so we have the name, the popularity, the duration, whether it's explicit, the artist, and the ID of the artist. We don't need that anymore because it's in the mapped table. There's already over 9,000 SQL queries out there. There are for sure over 9,000. There are definitely like 1,000 plus just from me. So there's definitely over 9,000. Release date, danceability, energy, key, loudness, mode, speechiness, blah, 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 tempo, time signature. Oh, I want to know what that is actually. Okay, then there's the track, then there's the artist ID, which will come from the mapping table again, map.artistid. Now, what do we want from the artist? We want map.followers, map.genres. Ooh, we need to expand those two into a table. But we'll get to that in a second. Genres. We need the name. Oh, that's map. That's wrong. It's not map. It's artist, art. Art.genres. Art.name. That's the artist name. Okay. So now we have to name this as, oh, let's do a cool thing. Hey TD, time signature, the length of the song. No, that's in duration in milliseconds. I don't think Steffi's trolling. The rest of the chat was trolling today, for sure. Look at that straight drop. Ooh, Steve, you gonna land? Oh, it's close. Just missed. So we're gonna do a cool thing. If I select all of these, I can actually do multi-line select. Come on. Like this? Yeah. Then I can do like this as track underscore. And now if I go back to here, I can copy the name. You see how this is selecting all the lines individually? I can copy that and then go to the end and underscore that. So I have all of the individual names copied without having to type them individually. Did you catch that? Did you pay attention, kids? Because that is good drop, Panther. What was that about not being able to land with the Panther emotes, Steffi? No, start over. Okay, we'll do it here. So I have artist ID, which is fine. I don't need to rename that. But I want to prefix all of these with artist. So what I do is I go multi-line edit. Okay, this one doesn't work with... Imagine there was a comma there. So basically, go to the end of the line, type as artist underscore. Then I go back and I copy, and it's sensitive to the word, to this, like to the sentence part. So like that. And then I can go back here and do like that. It's not a panther, it's the coin. I wish you'd move the drop up. The banner at the bottom obscures the result prediction in the mind. What if I like it there though? You know? I can move it up if you really want to. Okay, is that better? Please, then you are a monster. Maddie, so you are saying armadillos drink chocolate milk. I think I get it. What? What does that even mean? What does that even mean? Ian, I don't even understand what that means. I don't even understand what that means. I'm so confused. I think your description was that you type really fast. It's just multi-line editing. Whatever. Everyone gets it. I'll make this so small that you can't read it. So once I have this, I can create my table. And now I'll have a table called full GB, which has everything in it. Ta-da! Track ID, track name, blah blah blah, and the artist stuff. Artist ID, artist followers, artist genres. Now, we have to be careful because each track will be listed multiple times if there are 2 artists. You see? I can still read it. What about now? Can't read it anymore, can you? But neither can I. So it's what do they call it? It's a war of attrition. So what I would like to do, chat, you can also say if you have some questions about this data set. Like if something like is curious for you, if you can't read it, you need glasses. I could read it. I feel like Steffi has a very large monitor, like I do. So I have a 43-inch ultra-wide, which means that I'm only using around 2/3 of my monitor right now. So yeah. But it is about resolution in the end. It's not about, you know, it's not about size, it's about resolution. It's about density. That explains the 900p. I was streaming at 1440p when I first started streaming, and people complained, specifically Noob, and said that he kept getting buffering on his end. Like my up was fine, but I like bandwidth. Yeah, I mean 900p is like a sweet compromise between 720 and full HD. I think it's unnecessary to stream in like 1440. Looking back, I think it's like completely bonkers to send that much bitrate. I even lowered my bitrate to like 4.8 or something because I was at 6,000, but it just doesn't really do anything for you. German internet sucks outside of cities. Yeah, it's like here. Cities are like 1 gig or 100 megs, and then a little bit outside the city and boom, you're at like 1 megabit or 20. Although 20 is still alright actually. Oh, is there an artist called Marvel? We can check. Marvel. It is the UK store, so it doesn't seem that way. J. Walter. I changed my resolution to 1080p, then downsample that to 720. It's the only way I managed to stop White Panther from complaining about not being able to read the code. If you don't get transcoding, Noob can't watch most of the time. Why did you want to know, J. Walter? I don't know Marvel. Is it a famous artist? It is the UK store, so it might just be not available in the UK dataset. So what I want to do now is drop these 3 tables, because I don't need them. Goodbye. Totally just erased everything.
Next chart shows the drop in the crime rate over the last month. I just erased everything.
It's a local band. No to Nus TSF. Hello. Yes, Facecam. Am I making money? Through work? Yes. When I work, I make money. I mean, Twitch has a little bit. I'm Oompa, but I made the shittiest change of name. Oh, Oompa! We were just talking about changing usernames earlier. And you see, like, you had to explain that you changed your username from something to something, but if you change your name from, like, Ian Alex Hart to Ian Alex Fart, then it's not a big deal. Nobody makes money streaming inside in tech on Twitch, yeah. I make like pocket money that pays for my snacks on stream, let's say. Doesn't really pay for much else. Although I bought something for the streaming setup today because I had a bit of pocket money. Then this link does not work for you. Open Spotify. I changed my name as a joke to people in chat to make them laugh, but this time no one gave a shit. But like, I see a whole bunch of subs. Yeah, I mean, there's a couple subs hanging around. I was about to change my name Ian Alex Fart, but then I realized I lose all my bot commands in Callow's stream. Ooh. Nobody except Primagine. Yeah. Although Chris also makes okay money, I think. He showed, I think, the other day on stream. Certainly not full-time revenue stuff, right? But as a side hustle, it's... Hey, Dr. Padawan! Oh yeah, those alerts are up there. Alerts are all over the place. Yeah, I have a couple subs and stuff. I'll just call you Nus. No to Nus TSF. Just call you TSF. What should I call you? I don't even know what. Just call you Oompa. So much easier. I mean, I don't understand your content, so I'm not the type to have the most fun, but when I log into Twitch, I drop by. I appreciate that you drop by. And of course, I mean, I remember you from your old username, but not from your new one. But now I will remember the new one, of course. We are exploring some Spotify data today that I downloaded. This is the UK store, which has... this is very small now. Create conjoined table. Let's check the track stuff. So select star from Spotify dot full GB. And we'll just do a count distinct track ID. So there's 81,000 tracks in here. Just catching up with chat. The new one's probably going to change. Oh, your username. Okay. You can change those as many times as you like. Forget companies selling user data to governments. They're selling it all to you. How do you get this info? So this is from Kaggle. You can follow the link in chat, and you can go to Kaggle and you can download the dataset. Some kind soul scraped the Spotify API for it, basically. And Spotify's API is actually apparently very good. So we spent an hour doing data cleansing and the drop game, which is pretty epic. Not. I realize I have to move the drop game up here too, because otherwise Panther's going to get angry. All right. Gonna pretend like I know what API means. So API is Application Programming Interface. It's just a way for you to access data in a programmatic way. So you don't have to manually type every single piece of information that you want. You can have it say, hey, give me all the tracks from this artist, or give me all the tracks from this country, or something like that. Got something exciting for this stream, hopefully. Oh, TD. So basically the data is organized. Yeah, in a way, an API is a nice way of organizing data and making it available outside your company, right? APIs can be locked in also to being, you know, company exclusive, that you only use them internally, but it's a common way for companies to give access to certain data outside the company. Good drop, Joel. I can't drop again, probably. Nope. So we have... Okay, we have, I'm just going to make a note here. We have 81,263 tracks. And I'm going to check the artist ID. I think we had something like 20,000. Wow, 10,000. 10,535 artists. That seems like... Chat, doesn't that seem like a small amount? For like the UK store of Spotify? Thank you for sending good vibes. Appreciate it. What does make Karen talk? Karen is a computer voice, and you can make Karen say stuff. Here comes Ian with the biddies.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate it. What's gonna happen with the potatoes? Oh wow, that's interesting. That's some crazy speed you've got there, Ian. What have you done to yourself? Oh no. Oh, that hurt. That hurt to watch. The one from SB? I don't know what SB refers to. So that doesn't seem like a lot of tracks. SpongeBob. No, it's just like a generic Karen. It's like the Mac. I think it's like the generic macOS Karen voice. I can tell you what it sounds like. It sounds like this. Oh, did that not work? That might not have worked. Uh-oh. Let's try that again.
Hello.
Yeah. So that's Karen. Karen computer. You're not going to even question why the highlight reward that's usually the cheapest and is 100 points is 1 million. Okay, so I can explain. Yeah, TTS. I can explain why the highlight reward is 1 million. I didn't want to leave it out because people ask where it is. Where's highlight my message? So I leave it in, but I don't want anybody to feel like they're getting preferential treatment in my chat. As in, I'm not going to read their message, or I'll read their message faster than someone else's because they spent channel points to highlight it. So if you have 1 million channel points to burn on that message, I will definitely be able to know who you are, because you couldn't possibly have accumulated that many channel points without chatting at some point. I think it's unlikely. So I'll know who you are anyway, and then you won't need to redeem it. But if you feel like you want to burn 1 million channel points on it, for sure. That will definitely be an important message though. Panther tactics on the redemptions. I just don't really want anyone to redeem it ever. I just think it's unnecessary. And I don't want to not have it there because people expect it to be there because it's like the standard Twitch one. I mean, streamers usually equally read chat, and then when they see a highlighted message, they go, ooh, highlighted message, let's see, and then say it. Yeah. I read all my messages because my chat is never as busy as, you know, Pokemains or whatever. So I can read all the messages, and that's great. So it's not necessary to have highlighted messages. And if you want to say something important, say something important. Most of the stuff what people say is not that important, I guess. It's just chat. But if you want to say something really important, and I think it's really important, I will definitely read it out and emphasize it more if I think it's very important. So we have, it's actually not that big a data set. I mean, Salma, you know more about music than I do, but like 80,000 tracks in the UK store seems very, very small to me. Seems very small. Doesn't seem like a lot of tracks to me. If I had 80,000 tracks to choose from, I mean, if I compare it to Pretzel, so let's take a look at Pretzel, okay? There's 10,000 songs in Surprise Me. And like each category has like 2 grand. I don't know anything about music statistics, but I can analyze a Mozart symphony rather competently. Wow, that sounds very fancy. I think I'll be heading off now. That's fine, Oompa. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. Look at Ian dropping the 1K bit mode. Half the songs are Harris Heller. In Pretzel? Yeah, I think so. Should we look for Harris? Maybe an equals. Is he on Spotify? He must be. He has tracks on Spotify, but maybe they're not in the England store. Oh, hold on. It's probably not him though. No, it's not him. Harris? Yes. Next music stream, you analyzing Mozart Symphony. Ooh, that sounds really cool. That sounds like a really cool one. Oh, Walter, look at that. Good land. Good land. Mine was terrible. That's awful. Just leave. Come on. Go. Oh man. So, okay. That sounds like a pretty cool stream idea. So what are the questions I have about this data set? The first one I want to know is spread of danceability. I know that danceability isn't really a word. Yeah, Panther, when is your last stream gonna be then? Before the break? Sudden burst of wind blows Maddie onto Drop Island. No, I don't think that's gonna happen, Jay Walter. Metal is on the stream. Saturday? Battlesnake Final is the last stream. Okay. I won't be able to catch your Friday stream. I might be able to catch your Saturday stream. I'm actually heading to my parents this weekend, so there won't be a Friday stream from me this week. Which reminds me, I have to remove it from my Twitch thing. I should definitely do that afterwards. Hello, Yasmin! Such a slacker. Yeah, sure. Please do check out Yasmin's stream. Thank you for stopping by, Yasmin. You stream from a MacBook, you can mobile stream. No. Like the internet at my parents', we're talking about internet, like rural Switzerland, Italian part of Switzerland internet. It's like 2 megabit or something. It's over like copper. It's awful. I would definitely not be able to stream there. I cannot wait to press that vacation button. You don't even know. Yeah, I bet White Panther for sure. The main issue with streaming from the laptop is the internet connection. But it's, yeah, 2 megabit is like... Hey, Alan, how are you doing? Gotta get my Battlesnake finished up quick. Yeah, I wanted to code up a SQL Battlesnake, but I realized it's not really possible. So, rural Swiss internet is as bad as rural Austrian and German internet. Yes, most probably. Oh, TD. I think we have to announce something. That's why we have to pause the music. Because I think we have something glorious. Here we go. I'm gonna visit it, TD. Oh! I love this. Oh my gosh. So hold on a second. I can lock individual parts of the name and then generate a random name. I love it. This is so cool. TD, I cannot believe that you built this. Maddie, good news. What if I lock news? Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Maddie, good chairs. Maddie, good snacks. This is so cool, TD. There are some other ones also apart from Maddie, but they are rare. I'm just gonna keep clicking to get whatever I can get. I think I broke it. No, I didn't break it. Oh, mattywho came up. I saw that. So it iterates through the list of names. Mattywho snacks. I want to lock 2 and see what happens. I haven't figured out a way to exclude the current one. Ooh, that's tricky. Yeah, you'd have to pass somehow. I don't even know how you made this, TD, but I'm super impressed. Oh yeah, like I can see everyone trying to do pull requests for this now. Is the code on GitHub, TD? Is it public? This is amazing. I love how it counts as well. And I like the design a lot. This is super nice with the waves. And you used my color and everything. Oh my gosh, is it WordPress? You're joking. What? This is WordPress? That's amazing. No PRs for me. Super cool. Headless WordPress? Matty good snacks. I'm super impressed that someone took the time. mattywho, a website dedicated to nicknames for Matty2 shoes. I am just so impressed, TD, that somebody took the time to actually make a fan site. Thank you. And I think TD really deserves a round of applause in chat. Really. That needs to go on for longer. Honestly, that's amazing. White Panther. I don't even have a fan site, but you have a White Panther fan in chat. That's even better. I don't know. Is that better? No, this is way better. This is like 1,000 times better. Oh, this is so cool, TD. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, TD. That's seriously amazing. So after that bombshell, I want to figure out the spread of danceability. Because if you look here, so we have like track ID and then track danceability. No, not duration. What? Do you see like there's this danceability, right? But what I want to figure out is like, I want to bucket them into groups. You could have written this as a single JavaScript file. Just saying, but also who cares and well done. One cannot request a fan site. This is very true. White Panther, now you want a fanzine as well. Is that a magazine that's just exclusively for fans? Please scroll up and see that I did not request one. That's true. You were just complaining, which is fair. I mean, you're jealous, which is fine. Finally, I have something that Panther does not. And that makes me very happy. Thank you, Yasmin, for contributing lots and lots of shoes to the Bunny Cam challenge. I was stating a fact, don't at me. 84% raised. It's iOS. This is a weird track. We're going to the next one. So what I want to figure out is I want to bucket these. And in order to do some bucketing, what we can do is we can actually go to Count's helpful SQL snippet library, which I was contributing to. Look at that. You see that? That's my name, yo. We can go here to Postgres, and there is probably some bucket thing here. Let's go to the README. Window functions. Where are the buckets? Histogram bins. Ah, yeah, here. Oh dear. White Panther. On that note, I'm stating another fact that I am going to bed. And everyone has decided to throw paper balls at my face. Steffi, thank you for your contribution. 86% raised. Okay, we are getting quite close. Indeed. I'm taking a hiatus from throwing paper balls at you until we can see the bunnies. Sure. Bunny, specifically. We only have one right now. So, this is cool. This is my code. How cool is that? So I can just take my own snippet as a reference. How amazing. So I wanna do, this is like count 1, which is track ID. Select count track ID from blah blah, which is Spotify.fullgb, as percentage of results. Okay. And then I do floor danceability, track danceability, bin size. I don't know, how many bins do we want? I'm also heading off. Adios, have a good stream. Thank you, TD. You can add mattywho to stream title. Yes. I will be doing that in the future. Most definitely. That is really just incredible. Oh, interesting. My redemption didn't go through. Interesting. Can I add it retroactively? There we go. I added it retroactively. TD, thank you so much for joining, and thank you so much for that crazy site. I can't believe that someone actually built something like that for me. Has been. Ooh, there's no comma here. Is there a mistake in my snippet? Oh no! There's a mistake. Oh dear. I forgot a comma. I'll have to correct that later. That's embarrassing. From Spotify.fullgb. Group by bin. Great. I have to make this smaller. Ah, here we go. I also have to float this. Okay, so this is very fun. Basically, the bin tells us how many results are distributed. This maybe doesn't make a lot of sense. If we do order by bin. Oh, I did some weird formatting here too. I'm gonna have to resubmit this one. It's not very nice. So basically, danceability, 0 to 0.1, 0.1 to 0.2, and so on. Those are the bins, right? Because I've selected 0.1. And it tells me the percentage of the results. So this is the distribution of where the tracks are in terms of danceability. Because I was curious if a lot of the tracks are really danceable or not. And what we can see is, here's the sweet spot, around 0.5. Is it an equal distribution? Not quite. Let's copy this. We're going to export this to CSV. Copy to clipboard. And where's my browser? Here we go. I'm sorry for light mode. So if we go here, paste values only. I just want to visualize this quickly. I am trying to get a 10. I got a little bit on the weekend though. Split text to columns. Yep. Okay. So this is a percentage. So we're going to format that as a percentage. I'm just going to do a simple chart here. I just wanted to visualize this quickly just to have an idea. Wow, that's not good. Okay, so it is actually quite even. That's pretty crazy. Oops. No, I didn't want to do that. That's why your face is so red? Yes. That's correct. It's a suntan. Burn. Use row 1 as headers. I don't have row 1. So we have it's doing something weird. Right, because these are stored as a number. It doesn't matter. Basically, it is very evenly distributed in terms of danceability. Does Spotify track provide number of times a track has been skipped? Would be interested to see tracks with the worst skips to plays ratio. What do I have from here? I have popularity, duration, release date, danceability, energy, key, loudness, track mode, speechiness, acousticness, instrumentalness, liveness, valence, track tempo, and time signature. I don't have the number of plays, nor do I have skips here. It could be that the dataset has it, but I didn't look specifically for that, Joel. Yeah. I think it would be cool to have that data in there, Joel. I just realized, like, just thinking about it, I think it would be actually kind of nice to have that in there. But, yeah. I don't think it's... I mean, maybe I'll have to do it in the... when I import the full data set. So now I just looked at GB, right? It's just England. England. It's just Great Britain because UK. Because it was too big. The full data set was just too big. Obviously there's a ton of deduplication. Thanks for looking. Don't let me distract you further. No, it's not a distraction. It's part of the questions. Chat is, of course, always welcome to give input and things that I want to, you know, things that we can look at. So the spread of danceability, this has been answered. The next thing to look at is what types of tracks have really shitty valence. So valence was the explanation from Spotify about valence is like a measure of happiness. So like how happy is the track? So it could be funny to see if certain artists tend to create tracks with shitty valence, and whether valence could be mapped to certain genres as well. That could actually be kind of fun. I think that's what I want to do next. Is a certain valence score expected from certain genres? So the first thing we'll need to do is we'll need to split out the genres from the artists, which is fine. We can do select star from Spotify tracks, Spotify.fullgb, artist ID regex split to table, artist genres, and we want to split using comma, and we're going to call this as artist genres. So unfortunately it's not the track genre, so we have to be a little bit careful, but basically each artist will have their genres. And what we'll do is we'll do a B trim again. I think we do the same as above. Yeah. B trim like this, something like that. All right. And thanks for dropping, Ian. I'll drop 2. Yasmin dropping 2. Yasmin, how are you doing today? When's your next stream, by the way? I can never remember everyone's schedules. We didn't do very well. Artist ID. Is a certain valence score correlated with? That's more of the question. So I also want to do a coalesce here, which basically means if I don't get a result from this, I want to return null. Now coalesce by default returns null. Oh, set returning functions are not allowed. Okay. Interesting. Didn't know you weren't allowed to do that. So case when b trim blah 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 is blank, then null. Else, or let's do the other way around. Unequal to. Does that work? Unequal to empty string. Then we have to do this twice, unfortunately. There's no way around it. When I get my PC built, my laptop doesn't work for streaming anymore. Oh, really? I'm streaming from a laptop right now. Not to say that, you know, it works perfectly, but it works. What do we get from this? Case when must not return a set. Wow, really? You still can't do this. Interesting. Didn't know you couldn't do that. I guess we'll have to do it in nested. Select star from. Check out this auto formatting. Nice. So we'll do artist ID coalesce artist genre. Do you have a newer laptop? I have a 2014 MacBook. I have a 2019 MacBook Pro. I have a list of my setup there. So it is quite a beefy machine. I have to do a case when. Case when artist genres unequal to this, then artist genres. It will be else null, so end. That's it. There you go. Hello, that noob. Welcome in, my friend. How are you doing today, my fine noob friend? Everyone here probably already knows noob, but still worth a shout out. Definitely go follow noob. Fell asleep after work, just woke up. Wow, you must have been exhausted. Good landing, Yasmin. I am doing well, thanks, noob. I had a weekend in Austria at a spa, so I'm pretty relaxed. Pretty relaxed indeed. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. First time that my partner and I have been away for over a year. Properly. Yeah, proper spa. Proper spa. That was really worth it. Beautiful little place. Family run hotel, 3rd generation. Not too far from here. Great food, super nice. And right now I'm trying to figure out if valence is somehow related to certain genres. So essentially these are all the genres that each artist has. And I can do here where artist genres is not null. Because I don't... that's the wrong one. This one. It doesn't know... it doesn't know this one yet. Actually, it doesn't really matter. We can write all of them into the table. Who cares? So we're going to make the table. Create table as... because this is a useful one to have. Would having work in this case? Yes, we could use a having. That is correct. But I actually realize having the nulls in there is better, because then I don't need to handle them later. Then the artists are in there, and then it's not a big deal. It's actually better this way. Create table Spotify dot artist genre. So we create our table. Now we have artist genres. Sorry, chat. Bumped the microphone. So once we have that now, we go to the next phase, which is select star from full GB. Come on, tab 9. You should be able to get this by now. I've typed it so many times. Let's call this FGB. And then we're going to left join Spotify dot artist genres as arg on arg dot artist ID equals fgb dot artist ID. All right, so now what we have, if we go to fgb dot artist ID, all right, let's do track ID, for example, track ID, and we have fgb dot artist genres. So we can see for each track, we can now see, oh, that's the wrong one. What did I name this? Artist genre. Be careful with that, because it's actually from the other table. It's from arg. There we go. So those were all the different genres from the artist. You see now, I mean, it's duplicated, obviously. But we can run a distinct and we don't have that problem. Computationally, this is quite interesting, why it's taking so long. Because actually it should not take that long to execute this. Ooh, you know what? I think there's like a loop in here. I might have created an endless loop. No? Okay. So you see each track ID appears once with its associated genre from the artist. Although there should be, technically speaking, there should be some tracks that are deduplicated. Yeah, here. So this artist, for example, does rockabilly and soul. So we don't know if this track specifically is rockabilly or soul, but we know the artist is in those genres. So this will be interesting. What we could do now is we have the genres from the artist. What we can do is say, let me figure this out. So we have fgb.artistid. So if we have the artist's ID and the genres that they perform in, we can then look at the track's valence, which is this measure of happiness thing. So track ID, and then, why is it doing weird stuff here? fgb.track valence. Let's do a limit in here, just to not see too much. All right, so we see here, we have an artist. Ah, right, because that was artist ID. The genre is Austrian orchestra. Then we have the different tracks, and then we see the valence of each of these tracks. This is super low valence. Like 0.03, that's like a super sad track. I don't know if this track leads to Spotify. Maybe. I just don't want to play any DMCA music on stream. So what I'm thinking is, I actually think I want to stand up for this. Yeah, let me stand up for this. Give me 1 second, chat. Okay, chat, I'm back. If anyone has any suggestions, by the way, for animated templates for like be right back and starting stream and stuff, do send them over to me in Discord, because I would like to have animated screens. I think it would make it look a bit cooler. Oh, let's go, noob, let's go. I can try and sort of nudge you in the right direction. Oh, this one also has the drop thing is a bit off. Panther was complaining. I also had to adjust my light because I stood up. That's too bright. Is that better? Yeah, it seems okay. My one side of my face. You don't have a shared scene for the drop game to be used on multiple scenes? I do, but the placement of the scene itself in, you know, the placement of the scene itself in each scene is slightly different. Not a bad idea, I'm okay. It's been real warm in my office room today and it's been making me tired, so I might be napping soon as well. Although napping, isn't it evening for you, Ian? Aren't you based in the UK? So we have... I'm also very tired today, even though I had a very relaxing weekend, but I feel very tired today. Past 5 p.m. for you. Oh, okay. Didn't realize. So valence. Basically, for each artist, I can generate a valence based on the number of tracks they have. So I could say an average of all the tracks, maybe. So take out the track ID, and then we'll do average valence. And we're gonna need a group by in here. Look at that, I didn't forget it. Didn't forget it this time. Need to make the wiener dog around outside for a little. Then probably a quick nap. Switch scene, yes. Thank you, noob. So, not sure why the distinct here is very, very slow, but maybe the data set is actually that big. It's only a couple 100,000 rows. Make it waddle. Yeah. I knew what you meant, Ian, but like my brain auto completed it, you know. Wow, this distinct is like slamming the database for some reason. It's nuts. I wonder why that's so slow. Must be some reason. I think because it's not indexed at all. That's my assumption. Eesh. So we have to wait 1 minute for each query. I'm glad I did average. I need more water anyway. So we're gonna wait for this to complete. It's still going. I'll be right back. Hey, look, it just finished. So we have for this artist different valence figures, because the tracks that are listed under Austrian Orchestra, they have a valence of 0.3, but the ones that are listed for, is it per, I'm trying to work out if it's done it per artist now. Ah, it's calculated it per artist. We actually want a valence per genre. The way we need to do that is we need to make a window. So we need to partition by artist ID fgb dot artist ID arg dot artist genre, because otherwise this is going to be a valence for each. It's only going to be a valence for each artist if we don't do it this way. Track valence must appear in the group by clause or be used in an aggregate function. Okay, what if we take the group by out? Because we're partitioning, we don't need it anymore. Because it's a window function. That's actually kind of a special case about why we don't need that. So what I'm hoping to get out of this is a data set where each artist for each genre has a valence. And then I can compute from that each artist's individual average valence or each genre's average valence. But I suppose you could do either or. You could do both separately too. It wouldn't be a problem. I feel like there's a couple people lurking today. But that's totally fine. I hope you're enjoying the stream, everybody. While we wait 1 minute for each query to execute. Probably because of the distinct, to be honest. Probably because of that. But Yasmin, what specifically about your laptop is preventing from streaming? Is it just the CPU that can't handle the load? Ooh, nice land. Good landing. Go ahead, Alan. I appreciate the lurk. Thank you. Because I imagine on a 2014 MacBook, the CPU is probably not that powerful. It's already 6-7 years old, so that could be an issue. But CPU is generally not a big problem. It's more of a GPU thing. Oh, we know this track. We do know this track. Jeez, I had no idea that this would tax my database so hard. Maybe we need to limit something here. I don't want to wait 2 minutes for queries. So maybe we need to do where fgb dot artist ID equals. There we go. Distinct OBS crashes. Ouch. Okay. That doesn't sound very promising. Okay, so what we could do is instead of having a partition function, we could compute an artist's average valence, but I'm more curious about the split of the genres. Weird, I haven't been accumulating points since I started watching today. Just re-logged in, hopefully that will work. Oh no, Ian. Sorry to hear that. I unfortunately can't gift you points. But we could run a prediction if everyone wanted to run a prediction. Then you'd have a chance to win some points. We could run a prediction for... But I have 0 points. Yeah, that's true. You can't gamble if you have nada. So I want to compute valence per genre. I'm not so interested in... valence per artist. So this is average genre valence. Artist ID. So it would be like this. Oh, I forgot the group by. So we'll have to clear it first because we cleared it from last time. So I've now forgotten it at least once. Group by artist genre. But I'm just gonna do one because I'm lazy. So each artist will appear once in the list. And... well, this one takes a while still. Even without the artist IDs in there. Each genre is getting computed all of the valences. Must be an indexing thing. Because like each artist has... how big is this table actually? This looks cool though. So now we have all of the different we have all of the different genres with their valence score. That's kind of cool. Okay, so we have 1,882 genres. I think we should try to narrow them down. Like we should take words that are similar, like alternative something, and put them all into one cluster or something like that, or at least bin them into valence, like valence categories or something. So what's the spread? I think we need another histogram bin. So we're gonna call this with data frame as select count artist genre from Spotify. Oh no, it's just called data frame. Okay. This is also data frame. Floor, average genre valence. Again, valence is a figure from 0 to 1, so we can take the bins as being 0.1. And let's see what we get. Then we'll know roughly how we should divide the valence figures, because if they're all plotted, if they're all like grouped together in like one narrow valence thing, then we should split them a bit differently. Does that make sense? Does anyone understand what I'm trying to do? Sometimes I worry that nobody understands what I'm trying to do, and this is all for nothing. Then I'm just like streaming to the universe, and that like it makes basically zero difference whether I do this or not, kind of. Oh, so there's a big cluster in the middle. Is that expected? I don't know. Let's put it into the Googles and find out. Data, split text to columns, comma. Oh, right, I have to delete this, otherwise it doesn't like this. Semicolon. Data, split text to column, semicolon. I don't get it yet, but this is how I learn. My brain isn't active, I'm just here. What figure is this? Can I convert these into text? Yeah, that's better. Because this is what I want to see. So you see, there's a huge valence drop-off. So what I'm explaining now, Spotify has this valence figure for each track, which basically the higher the number, the more cheerful or happy the track is supposed to be. So the track we're listening to right now would probably have a middle valence score. It's like neither sad nor cheerful, somewhere in the middle, I'm guessing. So what I was curious about is whether certain genres have a certain tendency to a certain valence, like whether all metal music has really low valence, right? So what I want to figure out is if I want to group, we have all these genres, this data frame here, we have all these genres with their average valence. So all the tracks listed in that genre, under that artist, if you will, get a valence score. So actually, in a way, it's an artist valence ranking and not a genre valence ranking, but that's beside the point. And what I want to do is I want to cluster them. I want to cluster the genres into categories of valence, because the numbers are too granular, right? It's from 0 to 1, so it could be any number. It's just an average, but it's not easy enough to interpret because we have 1800 genres. So what I'm going to do is classify all the genres into 5 buckets or something like that, and I want to see those buckets. So what I do is here I want to see how does the distribution of that average, how is the distribution of the genres in the valence. And we can see that there's quite a few tracks in the sort of 0.4 to 0.6 range, but there's a massive drop off here, massive. And there's also very, very few tracks in the 0 to 0.1 range. That's quite a big difference. So actually what I would do is like I'm creating these groupings myself. These aren't groupings created from any data. What I would do is put 0 to 0.1 in a bin. I would put 0.2 and 0.3. 0.2 I would let it stand on its own, because that's like its own bin kind of. I would put 0.3 in its own bin. I would put 4, 5, 6 in its own bin. And then I would put 7 in its own. And 8 in its own. Would I put 8 and 9 together? Yeah, I would probably put 8 and 9 together. So this is kind of how I would do it. So what we can do is we can just take that as our legend now. Just gonna resize this. I know my windows are ugly today. So essentially, what I do now is make a case when from this data frame. Binning of results. Did anyone land? Nobody landed. That's interesting. Does chat want to play a game afterwards, by the way? I have a good game for us to play. And it's not Google Feud. Or we can unbox something together. So, binning of results. And what we want to do, grouping of valence averages. So what we do is we do select star from data frame. This will give us this, what we see here. And what we do is we do artist genre, and then we do case when, and it's going to be a large one. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when conditions. Case when something, then something. What? Come on. Then blah blah blah. Actually, it's going to be 5 because we can have an else condition. What is happening with tab 9 today? I might actually deinstall it. It's just really pissing me off. And we're going to end as valence group. And I need some creative names, chat. So basically, higher valence numbers mean super positive, happy, and lower valence numbers mean sad, angry, etc. So I need some good valence terms of how we want to describe these groups. So basically, each group is going to get its own category. So if the valence, when average genre valence is less than 0.1, then we're going to call it something. That's basically the pattern we're following, right? So when it's less than 0.1, when it's, oh well, that's the same category, sorry. We have to do less than 0.2. When it's less than 0.3, it goes into the yellow. When it's less than 0.4, it goes into the green. Sorry, this is a bit hard to see, I know. When it goes into less than 0.7, oh, I need one more. When it's less than 0.8, and otherwise it's going to be the last one. Matty Blue Tunes. All right, so the lowest category is Matty Blue Tunes. That's nice. Good suggestion. So I'm gonna call the last one, I'm gonna call Matty Happy Vibes, because that's the top category. Those are like the top tier tunes. What other suggestions could we have in here, chat? I'm open to your suggestions. You can totally suggest these category names. And don't forget to submit all the suggestions to TD's new website. mattywho.com. So if I don't hear any suggestions from chat, I'm gonna have to put some in myself. And that's boring. I'd rather hear your suggestions. Yeah, there's some serious pressure there, noob. But we can't continue. We can't continue unless I get some suggestions. I mean, I'm drawing blanks. I want to come up with something good. Okay, Matty blank sound. I'm brain fried. Chat, what is wrong with you today? What is up? What is up with you, chat? Y'all are like, my brain is fried. I can't do anything today. My brain no workies. Okay.
Bruh.
Matty Cool Tunes. I feel like those could be in there. It's Global Brain Fried Day. What else we got? We've got a sort of low-key one, mid-low-key, and then something that's hype, but not super hype. Yet. So... Come on, chat. Matty Sue tunes for DMCA stuff. Does that describe... Ooh, Matty Loki. I like that. Okay. Matty Sue tunes. Does that describe hype stuff? Could be. It's not specific. I mean, all this music would be DMCA probably, so... Okay. Why is this grayed out? This is grayed out because the relation data frame does not exist. Oh, we put that in there. We didn't want to do that. The binning. Ah, I see. Because we... Right. Okay. We're gonna call this binned. That's the easiest way to do it. Then we can just do like that. Put this here. And problem solved. Matty Amber Jams. Oh. That is a pretty cool name. I like that one, Joel. Maybe Matty Hi-Hatty for songs with drum solos. That's a pretty good one, Alan. Nice. Very nice. I don't know how to pick up... I don't know how to pick out songs that have drum solos in this data set, unfortunately. Alright, so here we go. Now we have all these groups, right? So now what we can do is we can basically group these into that category, right? It doesn't solve our problem yet of seeing whether certain genres have a certain tendency, because we would need to find a way to group the genres together. And that's a little bit more complicated. But we did something last time, like a few streams ago. We did something called TS Vector. Acid Jazz, Ian, okay? I will just tell you now, in terms of acid jazz, you're gonna want to go and check out this particular artist, DJ Shadow. If you don't know him, his music is amazing. Like, he is probably one of the, I would say, more popular acid jazz artists. Definitely. He has really interesting music. Really interesting music. I can't play any of it on stream. It's all going to be DMCA'd. But, okay, so we have TS Vector. So we have text search. So what TS Vector can do is basically it splits out all these things into individual, what are they called again? Lexemes. On that note, going to walk the dog and check out DJ Shadow. Yes, you go ahead and lurk, Ian. I mean, lurk. Walk. Have a good walk with Doggy. And hopefully we'll see you when you get back. Or not. We might be somewhere else. So we get like a lexeme from this, and it's pretty interesting. So if you convert, let's take one, so where artist genre, like, let's do jazz or acid. Sounds pretty cool. So anywhere where the genre has acid in it. And if we convert that to a TS vector, so intense, this query. I have half a mind to write this into another table. Just so it doesn't take as long. Create table, valence groups. Right, we have to execute from here. Syntax error. I think that works. No, it has to be a select. Why can't... I'm heading out again. Happy streaming, SQL magic. Next stream I'll be more active. That's okay, noob. It's no problem. I appreciate you stopping by. Peace out, my friend, and hopefully see you in your stream tomorrow. Might stop by. Might stop by indeed. I don't know how to create a table from this now. I could do create table as select star from valence groups. Huh. Drop, see you tomorrow, last drop. Good drop, noob. Solid. This is quite frustrating. Insert into Spotify.valence groups. So why doesn't it like that? Oh, it was just into, wasn't it? That's what it was. I was trying to use insert this whole time. There we go. Nice, so we have the whole list of all of our things now, so we don't need to continue doing that. Populate table with results. Okay. So, very interesting. We now have a table called valence groups. From this table, we could start doing the TS vector stuff. So essentially, select star from Valence, Spotify, Valence groups. You see the performance difference now, 133 milliseconds. That is blazing. 420 blazing. So what we do now is we do artist genre TS vector. And we can see what happens here. You see how it puts these into separate categories? So let's do where artist genre like acid. All right. And now what we would do is if we pass to TS vector, if we do the function, that will be the correct way to do this. So we're going to do to TS vector you can see here, and we're going to do because these are English words, we're going to do English. I think we need to specify, yeah, in single quotes like that, as genre vector. So you see here, acid is all one, and house is 2, rock is 2, etc. And now we can do what's called a TS query. And the TS query allows us to select lexemes that have different weights. So if we have, for example, let me find an example here. I need to find a good example. TS query example. I think it was this one, compose. So yeah, this is a good explanation. Every word is normalized, so jumped becomes jump. So that's why house is becoming house with an S, and jazz stays the way it is, and rock stays, and trance becomes truncated to trank. Okay, so returns a vector. So TS query, it will accept a list of words that will be checked against the normalized vector. To do this, we'll use an add operator to check if TS query matches TS vector. So essentially, if we want to use an OR operator to group them, we could try, if there's an example here. Yeah, so we have text and tokens. In our case, it's called artist genre and genre vector. Then we have a, well, these are TS vectors. Fine. Blah, blah, blah. Now we can phrase search. And we can probably use a root of some of the genres if we have a dictionary list of genres. Search dictionaries. Here we go. you can build text search dictionary, so you can map certain words to field specific synonyms, blah blah blah. Set weight, TS rank, languages, performance, blah blah blah. So what we could do is if we said we use something like might have to do a nested select here, actually. Because so if I do like acid, for example, what if I do jazz? Okay, jazz works pretty well. We would need to go through, we would need to write like a loop that goes through all the different ones. To TS query loop. For loop. This looks pretty complicated, actually. Do we need full text search? Yes, I do. Postgres where for loop. So there is a way to do it, actually. Ah, fun. I'd probably have to spend a little bit more time researching this to get something like this done. Because I don't have the brain power for this today, chat. Definitely not. But what we can do is find all the roots somehow. How would we find a list of... Maybe we'll just Google. List of music root genres. Someone's probably created it. Music genre list. Well, this is like the full one. We could just map them to their parent. Ah, yeah. What if we just map these to a parent? Music genres parent. Joel, are you taking off somewhere? That's a big plane. Oh, it's too close. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's too close. So what I'm thinking is... Ah, here we go. Music map. What the? I want just a A to Z. This is cool. Okay. Acknowledgements, navigate, search, legend layers, methodology. This is cool. Do they have data? Can I export this? So what they're doing is they're saying, for example, jazz. And then underneath jazz are all these like different ones. Sorry you didn't land, Yasmin. Music genres hierarchy, I guess. I want to export it though. Oh my gosh, this is crazy. If anyone wants to take a look at this. This is like next level stuff. Where they've like somehow mapped all these different stuff together. Okay, I need like taxonomy of musical genres. This seems promising. Okay, is there a data set? Maybe we should look on Kaggle. Kaggle might have something. Ah, GTZan, music genre classification. There's so many files. Genres, blues. Oh no, these are actual... No. Okay. Music genres. Data. No. Data sets. Music features. Spotify tracks. Wow. Okay. Good books. Jazz ready. Genre collection. So this is just, yeah, it's just to listen. Discogs database. That doesn't sound. Data set of songs on Spotify, Play Store. Music genre classification. Oh. Okay, so they actually provided a data thing for that one. Music genres. Data. Sometimes you just gotta write CSV. Dataset for music analysis. I don't want machine learning stuff. Great. Oh, what? I just saw a link. Hold on. Wait. Music genre tree. Ah, okay. What? Oh, good lord. Please tell me there's a database of this. Essential recordings, classic, transitional, text version. So what if I go here, I go acid jazz. Okay, this is a bit weird. The names don't match. Okay, so not that. Rate your music. This is tricky. It's tricky, chat. We can't just take the first keyword because in some cases it's like acid and in some cases it's the second one, right? Jazz. Whereas jazz could be just in the beginning as well. Jazz accordion and acid jazz, which also counts as jazz, I guess. That's very, very difficult. I don't think that's something I can solve in one night, unfortunately. I think I'm gonna call it there, chat. Yeah, I think that's the music stuff is complicated, especially along the genres. I think it just gets very tricky to put them into the right groups, you know, and you can't just take like, you know, where jazz, where electronic, because you have genres in there that where you don't have the word electronic in it. You have like trance, for example, which falls under electronic. I think that's too difficult without having like a master list. So that's something I'm going to look into, see if I can have some kind of master list. Also, I think I'll input all the Spotify music into one DB, into one table from all the different countries, and you know, deduplicate the tracks and stuff. Yeah, so chat, everybody's probably leaving now. There won't be stream on Friday, as I am going to my parents for the weekend. I haven't seen them I saw them briefly a few weeks ago, but I haven't really had a chance to spend time with them over a year. So really looking forward to that. And we should definitely queue up the end of the stream, which you may know if you've been here before, but we do a little outro. So don't leave quite yet, because we're also going to raid someone. And I think the raid target today is clear, but let me just have a look to make sure. In the meantime, I'd like to thank new subscribers. Shurel, thank you very much, I appreciate it. I'd like to also thank new followers, Cenobite Offsec, Afton Steps, and Tanho. I'd like to thank Ian for tooting on stream, as usual, and for the bit donations, it is very appreciated. I'd like to thank everybody who was in chat today. I had a very good time. We are going to go raid Mitch's workshop. He's doing a lot of interesting things with Twitch data. Definitely a really nice streamer. Definitely show Mitch the love that he deserves. I think our raid message today will be just simple Matty raid. Unless someone could come up with a better message. Totally up to you. And if not, then it's totally fine as well. Have a good night, everyone, and catch you next time.